There we go. Recording. I listened to this call on my Diamond Mentor group and gave me some great ideas. And then all of these awesome promotions came out, and it just made this topic that much more, approachable. Let's see. If everyone can mute. I think I can. Can I? I don't know how to mute everybody. Okay, there we go. So right now we have a really awesome chance to reach out to those clients of ours that maybe have fallen off for one reason or the other, because we have so much going on right now. So I don't know about you, but when I have clients that kind of fall off, whether it's their first challenge group or they're doing awesome for a couple of months and sticking with me, and then they kind of fall off and you don't hear from them, sometimes I take that really personally and think, I must be a really terrible coach. Like, I can't keep these guys on board. I can't get them results. It's my fault that they're failing. It's my fault that they fell off. I'm an awful coach. I should just give up now. So sometimes I feel that way. But what I need to remind myself, and what I'm here to remind all of you, is that our job as a coach is not to make sure that our customers are getting results. It's to give them the resources, all that we have, to show up for our own journey and show them that it can be done for themselves. They have to take responsibility for their own journey and for their own results, whether they get them or not. So I really felt that really lifted the pressure off of me. Like, it's not my job to make sure that everybody loses 10 pounds. It's just my job to show up for mine and to give them as many resources as I can to help them with theirs and to be a cheerleader for them. Hopefully that comes across the right way and that you kind of take some comfort in that. And when I have those people that have dropped off, I feel like super nervous to reach out to them. Does anybody else feel this way? I'm like, oh, I don't know, maybe they hate me and they think I'm an awful coach, so I don't really want to reach out to them. But guess what? They feel just as nervous to reach out to you as you do to them, because, put yourself in their shoes, or, maybe think about how you were feeling when you were first getting started. If they kind of fell off track, they're probably feeling just nervous to reach out to you and saying, oh yeah, I fell off. And it's hard to ask for help. It's hard to reach out, no matter how many times we've done it. It's hard. So they're probably feeling that way too. So our job is just to take that step, bite the bullet, and invite them back into our community and back into an opportunity for us to serve and love on them. And whether this is somebody that has purchased a challenge pack before, or whether it's somebody who's just done a free group with you, or was just interested and then maybe you lost connection with them. If you're newer and haven't had a lot of clients that have been around for a long time, think about maybe people that have been in your free groups and you've maybe lost touch with. This can apply to them. So what I have done a couple of months ago, after I heard this call, I went through all of my clients that had done a challenge group with me in the past. So let me first back up a minute and just kind of explain how I run my challenge groups. We all run them differently, and I think that's the awesome part about this business is we can each do what works best for us. So for me, I have one challenge group open that I put everybody in. The requirement to be in that group is that they have to have at least purchased a challenge pack from me. And then they're in, and they're in for life. I encourage them to continue to purchase Shakeology or Performance Line or whatever, just because I know that is the tool that's going to help get them the best results. continually, but they can still be in that group and still take advantage of those resources. And I can still love on them forever, whether they continue to purchase Shakeology or not. So I have one group with everybody in it. Each month when I run a new challenge group, I put my new people in like the weekend before we start. And then I create a little graphic that has everybody's name on it that's doing the challenge with me. So I'll reach out to everybody in that group and say, hey girl, we're starting a new challenge on Monday. I would love for you to be in it with us. Can I count you in? Something like that. And then if they're like, oh, what is it? Because sometimes if they've been off the board for a couple of months, they're like, what are you even doing? And then I'm like, oh, maybe I need to adjust how I'm speaking to them or reaching out to them. Or some of them are like, oh yes, thank you. I need to get back into it. Let's do this. And it just reignites that fire in them because I reached out to them personally. And then when I have that board with everybody's name on it and I post it in the group and I tag everybody and I like build excitement, like, look at all of these girls that are committed to their challenge and committed to their health and fitness this month. Let's all show them some love and congratulate them on continuing their journey or just starting out, and just like build up that hype and that excitement and make sure that I'm giving them recognition, right? We all love when our name shows up on a board and we get tagged in a post and it, like comments are blowing up, right? We have that today in our page. So I love to create that and create a little bit of FOMO, right? Because if somebody else in that group who maybe has fallen off and isn't participating, and then they see all these other people that are doing it and they're like, oh, I really want to be a part of that, then they'll comment and they'll say, don't forget about me, or hey, I want in on that too. This is exactly what has happened every single month for the last 3 months that I've been doing this. And then I make a new banner in a couple of days, and then it's gotten even bigger. And I'm like, yes, look at all of these awesome people that are joining in and committing to their fitness. And it is so much more fun and so much more exciting. So that's how I am doing my groups every month. And it's just kind of helping those old people get reignited. Rebecca, do I open a new group every month? No, I have one group that I've had open for probably a year since I've been doing this, and everybody's in there because I just got tired of creating new groups all the time. It just was exhausting to me. So I have it set up in units so I can just refer back to those all the time. So that's how I do that. And I will share also some exact verbiage of kind of how I reach out to people that have fallen off in my personal messages. And I've also done before when I reach out, if it's somebody that I haven't really had a lot of communication with for a while, I will also say like, hey, I don't know if you saw, but we have all of these meal plans in there. It has the meal plan, it has the recipes, the shopping lists, everything's in there because I know that part is really tricky. And so I wanted to help out as much as I can. So just to remind you that all of that is in there. And then sometimes I'll say, if you want to jump back into it, I'm giving all of my loyal customers a week supply of Energize. And so I'll send them that little sample pack of Energize to just kind of get them reignited into the group. And a lot of people have really loved that and are like, yeah, awesome. And so they'll get it, and then they'll get their Shakeology again, and then they'll jump back in with us. And I think sometimes it's hard to find that balance between making sure that we hit Success Club, because we know that that is what drives our business forward. That's why we have those markers, because we're finding new people, and it's important to add new people into our community because that's more lives that we can help and we can serve. But there's this other side that's so huge, volume, guys. That is what is like bread and butter. That is what you really need to focus on as well. And I know sometimes Success Club usually gets like the biggest hype, but volume is just as important. So if you can get those people that, or like discount coaches or just people that have been off for a while, get them back on their Shakeology, or if Shakeology like isn't their jam, get them on performance, or get them some bars or something. Meet them where they're at, find out really what their goals are, what you can do to help. And it isn't necessarily a challenge pack and Shakeology every time. So just find that balance and find that spot where you can serve them and you can be their cheerleader for them. So I will share those messages in the recording of just some different things that I have set to in my personal messages to reach out to old people. So why are our old clients so important? Why is it so important to get people re-engaged? Not only do we get those volume points, but we already convinced all these people that we're awesome and we have awesome tools. They already love us. They're already in our circle. Those are our best customers. They have experienced our amazing products and they believe in them. And so we don't have to go through that phase anymore. We're already past the first date. So we get to just re-energize them again. And those are the ones that become awesome coaches, right? Those people that have had a transformation, that love our products and our programs. Those are amazing people to bring back in and show them the amazing benefit that coaching is. And they make really awesome referrals too. So you've already convinced them, bring them back in, show them some more love and support however you can as a coach, because that is our job. We are cheerleaders. So now, right now is the best time to really engage this tactic. And I know that we've only got one day left, but I have been messaging like mad today. All of those people who have their Beachbody On Demand membership expiring between now and April, and saying, hey girl, guess what? We have the biggest sale of the century right now. You have the option to just cancel your Beachbody On Demand and let's set you up with a new one, because you can get Shakeology cheaper than you've ever been able to get it in the history of ever. So I've already had 4 people message me back and they're like, what? I had no idea. Because sometimes we just assume that people, every single person that we're friends with on Facebook or Instagram, see every single one of our posts. And the fact is that they just don't. Only about 10% of people see our stuff. So we need to make sure that we're reaching out personally and inviting those people. So right now is a great time to have some of those older people, older than 6 months, like Erin talked about in her live video on our page. If it's been longer than 6 months, you can get Success Club points for them again. That's something new. We didn't get to take advantage of that before. So you can offer them to cancel their Beachbody On Demand and get a new challenge pack, their Shakeology for super cheap. And then they get to have access to all of these new programs coming up. This is a great time with Transform 20 that we can re-engage them if we don't get them in with this 140 sale right now. Transform 20 is on sale next month for $20 off. So another great opportunity to just re-engage those people, show them the excitement of the new stuff coming. They don't want to miss out. Mention the new coach test group. So maybe they've just been a customer, and now you can sign them up as a discount coach and give them that opportunity to be a part of the test group and get a deal. They're $20 off of their new challenge pack. Such a great deal, guys. This is going to be awesome if you choose to put in the work and offer this to people in the next couple of months. From what we saw from Brigida, they have lots of new products coming out. I am really, really pumped about the new certification for 21 Day Fix. They're redoing all of those workouts again. So let's really think about ways that we can promote this and market all of the awesome things that are available to us. Um, what else? Okay, so in our challenge groups, how I have helped my people that are in there stay engaged and want to keep joining in month after month after month. A couple of things is I think about when I first started, what was it that I needed the most? What is it that I struggled with the most? And usually about 90% of the time, it's nutrition, right? And so that's when I started putting in meal plans. I will just go to the Beachbody on demand nutrition tab and go to their meal plans, and I'll just pull up the link and I post it in the units in my group. And it's so easy. It's not a lot of work for me. I don't have to come up with a meal plan. If that's your jam and you want to create custom meal plans, totally do it. And then you can save it and just send it to your people. But I don't have time for that. So I just go and grab the ones that are already created for me. They have the entire week. If you haven't seen them, it's an entire week. It's got the recipes. It's got the shopping list. It's even got instructions on how to prep it so that you can get through it super quick. I'm just posting those in my group, and it's been so helpful for a lot of people. They've all said, thank you so much. This is so awesome. So think about when you were first starting, what was the most difficult part for you, and how can you solve that problem for your customers? That's what's going to keep bringing them back, and that's what's going to make them love you. So we are here to give them resources, guys. Beachbody On Demand has so much. So make sure that you are checking that out if you're not familiar with everything that's on there. Just take a second, and they update it a lot. So if it's been a while, just go on there and just browse. I mean, there's tons of transformations that you can put in your group to keep people motivated. There's like just extra little tips. There's meal prep tips. There's so much in there. So we have those resources. Just make sure to give those to our clients and let them be aware of it too. Okay, we talked about how we don't just sell challenge packs, right? Our job isn't just to get SC points. We have other things to offer as well. And this is where it's important for us to really stay committed to our journey and to trying new things and then sharing them and sharing how they're improving our fitness. So if you are loving beach bars, then go in and show your customers how awesome it is to have a really quick, healthy snack. And don't be salesy or barfy or gross about it. We're just sharing how it's helping, right? Everybody in my group knows that I drink Energize every day because I'm talking about it all the time, and that I drink Hydrate all the time because I'm trying to keep my supply up. And I've got lots of nursing mamas in my group, thank you, Postpartum Journey, that I've connected with all of these women. And so I talk about Hydrate all the time because how it's helping me, or how the boosts are helping me, or whatever. So try a new product and then just share with those people that have already committed to you and already love you how other options that are available to them. Let's see. Again, just showing up every day. So if you are not showing up every day in your challenge group, posting about your workout, posting about your Shakeology, or posting about your personal development or where you're going or growing, then they're not going to do that either. So set an example and show up for yourself and show everybody else how your life has changed. Tell your story to your clients in your challenge group. Tell them about coaching and how you've been able to stay on track because of this. Tell them about how you were skeptical of Shakeology first too, and how you had to save up and you thought it was expensive, but now you can't go a day without it because you love it. Share those little bits and pieces about your journey, because that's really going to help keep them engaged and see the value of what you're bringing to the table, and that it's not just a one and done type of thing, that this is a lifestyle and that you're here to support them in any way you can. And yes, a couple other little fun things that I've done in my group that have been super fun is one time we did a Wear It Wednesday. So every Wednesday we had everybody take a picture of themselves in the same outfit and either post it in the group or send it to me if they didn't want to share that with everybody. And it was really fun for keeping people accountable, because I think I know that I have given my clients too much room. Like I've played into their excuses sometimes, and sometimes we need to give them a little pushback, because that's what we need, right? If someone was always saying, if we were always just saying, oh, life is just crazy right now and it's really hard and I just can't do it. I will tomorrow. I will next week, right? We can't do that for ourselves, and we shouldn't keep doing that for our clients, because that's what they've been doing their whole lives. They know what inconsistency feels like. They know what no support feels like. They know what giving in to their excuses feels like. We're here to show them that they can do it in spite of those, that we can help them rise above those challenges, and that they can feel better and do better and be better by showing up, but doing it in a kind and loving way. So Wear It Wednesday was a really great opportunity for us to be accountable for what we were doing every week, because we had to show up for that every Wednesday. Another thing that we've done that was really fun is we had weekend buddies. So every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I paired everybody up, and I just made a list in our group, tagged everybody and said, okay, this is your buddy. Every time you post a workout, every time you drink your shake, if you have a thought or what you're doing for personal growth, I always encourage my clients to do personal growth, and I share that a lot in my group. Anytime you post about that, you tag your buddy. And it was so awesome to see the engagement in there, and just people wrapping their arms around each other, lifting each other up, and just saying, yes, girl, I'm proud of you for getting your workout done. Or, somebody would post you know what, today's been a rough day. I just don't know I don't think I'm going to get it in today. And then their buddy is commenting back and saying, it's only 9:00. You've got plenty of time. Get your workout in, And so it's been really, really fun. That's just another thing that we've done in our groups to just keep people engaged and excited to be there. And it's creating that fear of missing out, not only in our group, but then sharing what's going on in our group to our social media, in our stories, and just saying, look at what is going on. All these people are just cheering each other on and holding each other accountable. This group has been so amazing. Sharing that on our social media, and then people are going to be like, oh, I want to do that too. I want someone to cheer me on. I want someone to hold me accountable. I want to be part of Wear It Wednesday, right? So that's what we are creating, because that is what's going to help build this community. Okay. I think that's all that I had planned. Let me go through these comments really quickly. Yes, you can get Success Club points if they are on HD for performance and daily sunshine. So you can get Success Club points for those. Yes. Does anybody have anything they want to share, or any other tips that they have about getting people engaged or new people? What's been helping in their groups? Anybody?
I think all your ideas are awesome, Katie. I just did want to say, though, that a lot of my, business. It's really way too late for this girl. My business comes from repeat customers, like you were saying. So I feel like I have some core ladies, like maybe 30 to 50 of them, who I feel like I have a good relationship, even if they don't always stick in my groups all the time. But typically they'll buy 2 or 3 challenge packs from me per year and do a couple of groups here and there. And I always go back to those ladies at least every 3 to 6 months just to see if they want to jump back in, stuff like that. So I did a few business groups with a business coach named Sarah Dan. And she was always saying that Beachbody coaches were kind of dumb for always going for new customers, but not going back to their old customers. Because like you were saying, it's so much work to get them on board the first time, but then you have that relationship, so it's so much easier to get them to be repeat buyers. Even if they don't stay on everything, auto ship forever. That's what my discount coaches are. Those are the people who want to be on the stuff for a really long time. But just people who want, a couple challenge packs a year, Shakeology every couple of months, definitely don't let those people drop through your, life. But I really liked your ideas. I feel like my groups have been a little bit boring, so I really appreciate your tips.
Awesome. Okay, anybody else before we go?
Interested in getting like a units lesson if someone knows about that and can, I don't know, go live or do a call about it.
Yeah, I can totally share the units that I have in my group. I've kept them pretty simple, but I definitely can share the units that I've got, and then just the documents that I kind of upload, and I can put those in the group too. Makes it super simple, so I don't have to do it again over and over and over. So yeah, I'll share them.
And then Rebecca, if you're just wondering how to even set one up, when you go to make your group, you have to pick the social learning option. And that's what will give you the units. After that, it's kind of easy to figure out. But you just have to choose.
So social learning as opposed to, like, I guess I don't even know those options.
Yeah, so if you do you know how to create a new group on Facebook? Mm-hmm. Just click the new group button and it will ask you what type of group it is. And then if you choose right then, you choose social learning, it will give you the units.
But you have to be on a computer to do that. If you're on an iPad, you don't get that option. Or if you're on your phone, you don't get that option either. So it has to be done from a computer to get that option.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah, I can, maybe tomorrow, actually, maybe I'll just film it on my phone and I'll just show you what to do. So super easy. All right. Well, thank you, ladies. Before we go, of course, we need to do a video or a boomerang or a picture because it didn't happen if we don't, right? Okay, everybody get their smilingest faces on. Let's see here. Awesome. Let me take one more picture and then. Hi, sweetie.
We're holding on the model.
All right, ladies. Well, hopefully that was helpful. I will